Hi everyone. I'm in a situation where I'm like super frustrated, but I'm frustrated because I was right. Does that even make sense? Okay, here's the thing. I had been in the worst reading slump of my life. I decided I needed to make a plan, and this plan was going to get me out of my reading slump, and I just needed it to work. But, okay, for you to understand why there is an element of frustration, I'm going to have to take you back a few months. Okay, I was in the worst reading slump of my life. My family was about to go on vacation to this beautiful lake house in the middle of nowhere. And so I'm like, okay, instead of sneaking in like 15 or 16 or 22 books that I would normally sneak into my bags, I decided to bring a huge stack of Bailey's School Kids books. And you have to understand, these books, like, they're wonderful, they're magical, they're everything you could ever want, but they are very short because they're meant for a very young audience. And I was just gonna sit and do a readathon with my Bailey School Kids books. Anyway, we get to the lake house, it's evening, we used to have a fire, it's all pretty, and then I decide to start reading the next day. Like, why I thought that this would work, and it worked. So again, I shouldn't be frustrated. I should be so happy because I finally found the solution. But of course, the thing that's right in front of your face, of course it's gonna be that thing that's simplistic and makes sense and is right in front of your face is gonna work. But I was too stubborn to do that right away. I tried a bunch of other ways to get out of a reading slump, and they just didn't work. And then this thing that made sense to me worked. Okay? By the end of that first day, I was already like, because I had read a bunch of these Bailey School Kids books, I was like already ready to start reading something else. And thankfully I did bring like 3 or 4 other books that weren't Bailey School Kids books with me, so I was able to finish another book. And then I was able to finish another book. It just worked too well because I wanted to make this video that was like this long journey of me reading a bunch of these books, and I ended up reading like 5 of them, and then suddenly I was like, okay, I'm good, I can go read the other things that I brought. And so that's why I'm frustrated. It literally worked too well because my plan was, 1, pick something that you've read before, because knowing that you've read it before, you have an idea of how it goes, so you're not going to be too surprised. Even if it's like a little mystery book, you're not going to be too surprised. You should pick something that you enjoyed reading when you were first learning how to read, or when you were a child first learning how to read, because a lot of the times, if it's something that holds up over time, some stuff won't. it's good enough that like you could reread again. And so I picked a bunch of the Bailey School Kids books because I knew that I liked them when I was little. They helped me when I was first learning how to read, to actually learn how to read, and they just made me feel happy and safe, and like I had an idea of like, okay, the book is set up this way, there's going to be some sort of third act conflict, but it's going to be very like minimal, and then the book's going to end this way most likely. And because I had an idea of how the book was structured, I had an idea of like what was going to happen throughout. And I loved that they authors use like references to other things throughout the books, like especially when they're talking about Frankenstein or Dracula or whatever. Um, and I just knew like because I really like them and they have a structure that like it would be comforting and easy. One, I'm out of my reading slump. Two, my evil plan ended up working. That's all I have for now, so see you soon. Bye.